find the value stated for these functions. So for a, you have f of x equal to 3x minus 1. Now for f of 0 will be equal to, so for this, wherever you see x, you replace it with 0. So we have here 3 into 0 minus 1. So this will be minus 1 because 3 times 0 is 0. So now the next one, you have f of minus 1. Now so wherever you see x, you replace it by minus 1. So we have 3, here is minus 1, minus 1. So 3 plus 3 times minus 1 will give you minus 3, minus 1. So this will give you minus 4. Now if you, this f of 1 will be 3 times 1 minus 1, which is 3 times 1 is 3, minus 1, this will give you 2. So let's do the b part. The b part, you have f of x equal to x squared plus x plus 1. So wherever you turn f of minus 1, wherever you see x, you replace it with minus 1. You say minus 1 all squared plus minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 squared is 1, plus 1 times minus is minus, so this plus 1. So this will cancel out this, you are left with 1 as the answer. Now for f of 0, so wherever you see x, you put 0. So you have 0 raised to power 2 plus 0 plus 1. So you have 1 plus 0 raised to power 2 is 0 plus 0 plus 1. So it's all 1. Now the other one, you have f of x plus 1. Now this, wherever you see x, you replace it with x plus 1. So there is x here, you replace it with x plus 1 all squared plus x plus 1 plus 1. So now if we expand this, you have x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 1 plus 1. So x plus 1 all squared is same thing as x plus 1 times x plus 1. So to expand this further, you use this, let's say this is a single value, you use it to multiply all the terms inside here. So this times this, you have x, this times the whole of that times this, you have x into x plus 1. Now the whole of this times this, you have, this is plus 1 times x plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus 1. So this times x, you have x squared. This times plus 1, you have plus x. This plus 1 times x, you have plus x. Plus 1 times plus 1, you have plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus 1. To bring down the like terms, you have only x squared, and then this, you have this plus 6, so you have plus 3x, you have this plus this plus this, you have plus 3. So f of x plus 1 is 6. That is the final answer. Let's see, you have g of x is x squared minus x minus 2. So g of minus 1. So anyway, you see x, you replace it with minus 1. So you have minus 1 all squared minus 1 minus 2. So meaning wherever I see x, I replace it with minus 1. So you have this minus, which is this one. You have x here, which is minus 1. So here you have x squared, which is minus 1 squared. So minus 1 squared is 1. Minus times minus 1 will give you plus 1. So you have here is minus 2. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Is 2. So 2 minus 2 is what? 0. Three zeros. So g of minus 1 over 2. If you put minus 1 over, even if I see x, you replace it with minus 1 over 2. So you have minus 1 over 2 all squared. All squared minus 1 over 2 minus 2. So minus 1 over 2 squared is minus 1 over 4. Then minus times minus 1 over 2 is plus 1 over 2 minus 2. So if you add half, 1 quarter plus 1 over 2, you have 3 over 4 minus 2. So if you add this to this, you have minus 5 over 8. Minus 5 over 8. Then the other one is g equal to 0. G of 0. So wherever you see x, I put 0. So 0 square minus 0 minus 2. So this will give you minus 2 because this, the whole of this is 0. Now this other one is where you can g of 1 over 2. If you replace all with 1 over 2, say 1 over 2 all squared minus 1 over 2 minus 2. So you have 1 over 4. This will be minus 1 over 2. This one is minus 2. So this with this will give you. Now let me use, now what is the lowest common factor? The lowest common factor is 4. So I just divide all through by 4, multiply all through by 4. So it's just like this, cancelling this. So I have 1 over 4 minus 4 times 1 over 2 minus 4 times 2. Now This cancel this, it gives us 1. This cancel this is 2, so minus 2. This time this is minus 8 over 4. Now you have this minus 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1 minus 8. It will give you minus 9 over 4. So this is same thing as saying minus 2 1 over 4. That is the answer for that. Then we'll go over to the next question. F of x is equal to, the next question is D. F of x is equal to x plus 1. So find f of minus 1. F of, is it? Okay, this is f of x all squared. So this should be all squared. So for minus 1, so wherever you see x equal minus 1, so this one inside there is 0 already, so this whole thing is 0. Now we have f of 0, so wherever we see x equals 0, so 0 into plus 1 squared, so this will give us 1. Then the next question is, the next one is f of 3. F of 3 is equal to, so wherever I see x, I put 3. 3 plus 1 all squared, so this is 4 squared, which is 16. And then the next one is E. E is f of x equal to x all over x plus 1. So f of 0 is equal to, wherever I see x, I put 0. So here is 0, 0 plus 1. So this is 0 over 1, which is 0. So f of 1 is equal to, so wherever I see x, I put 1. 1 all over 1 plus 1. So this is 1 over 2. So the answer is 1 over 2. That is 0.5. The next one is, so we're looking for f of x minus 1. Now wherever I see x, I replace it with x minus 1. So now there is x up here, so it will be x minus 1. So this one will also be x minus 1 plus 1. So I have here x minus 1. This will be x minus 1 plus 1. So it will now be x minus 1 all over x. So f of x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 all over x. So it ends here. Thank you for watching. If you need any other thing that I needed to do, please state on the comment section. Thank you.